On today's show, we are taking you back to the Hocking Hills for the summer show. This jam-packed show is featuring many of the fun activities to see and do in the Hocking Hills. We have great shopping with Logan Antique Mall and Appalachian Arts and Crafts. We have a place that combines delicious ice cream, putt-putt golf, and a petting zoo all in one. And finally, we take you to a premier campground on Lake Logan. All that and much more on today's show. I'm Mike Kilburn, and along with Renee Joseph, we are headed for summer in the Hocking Hills. Well, if you're coming down to the Hocking Hills, this is the first place you should stop either in person or online and get information about the Hocking Hills. We're standing in front of the Paul Johnson Pencil Sharpener Museum, just one of the things that you can see here in the Hocking Hills. But Karen Raymore told us about what they're expecting here for the tourism season. Well, Karen, it's so good to be back in the Hocking Hills again.
Thank you. Welcome. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah. You know, with tourism, it looks like it's going to be up this year. Is that what you're hearing in the Hocking Hills?
We certainly hope so. We hope that everybody gets out and takes a vacation. It's very important to our mental health. And of course, with the gas prices, it's really nice to be able to come somewhere that's near home, not too far of a drive, but a completely different environment. All of the natural beauty makes it so different.
Yeah. So what's the big attractions that people come to the Hocking Hills for?
Of course, the top attraction is our Hocking Hills State Park. And for good reason. It's 6 non-contiguous parks. They all have wonderful trails and various level of ability on the trails. So if you're looking for something a little bit more challenging, there's Grandma Gatewood's Trail. If you're looking for something, let's say you have little ones with strollers or you have mobility issues, then Ash Cave and Conkle's Hollow Gorge trails are both accessible and absolutely beautiful.
And what about Old Man's Cave? Isn't that kind of the granddaddy, the one people will hear about?
Yeah, I would say that's a good way to put it. It is the granddaddy, yes. A lot of people, they've heard of Old Man's Cave and have visited Old Man's Cave, and for good reason. There's multiple waterfalls. It's really a phenomenon of nature.
Tell us where you're located and where we can find you online.
You bet. We are located right off of US 33 on 664, which is the main road that heads out to the park. We're right in Logan, so you see us, it'll be, on your way out to the park, pretty easy to find. And of course, the best thing to do before you ever even leave home is start planning, and you can do that at exploreHockingHills.com.
Fantastic. Karen, great information. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks.
Well, if you're coming down to visit the Hocking Hills, you always look for that great restaurant that's got home-cooked food. Well, we have it for you. It's Hocking Hills Diner. We talked to Susie Edwards. She's been on the show before, and boy, what a great place to come and catch breakfast or any meal for that matter. Susie told us all about the special she's got coming up this year. Well, Susie, so good to be back at the Hocking Hills Diner.
Good to have you back. Always good to have you.
Well, this is my favorite place to eat in the Hocking Hills. It's absolutely delicious. The best home cooking around as far as I'm concerned.
That's how I feel, but I'm prejudiced against my food, so.
Well, I haven't seen you in a while, and I know we're moving into summer now, and you always kind of have something seasonal going on. So tell us what's new at Hocking Hills Diner.
We've got plenty of seasonal favorites. We're doing plenty of new salads this year and our new pancakes. We have specialty pancakes with our s'mores. We're doing strawberry banana. Every couple weeks we've been doing our stuffed French toast, which is strawberry banana, or blueberry stuffed French toast. So always something different here.
When I pulled in today, the lot had quite a few more cars, and I think maybe since kind of that COVID winding down, that's probably impacted your business, hasn't it?
It sure has. COVID winding down, and with it being nicer out, people are coming out. We've been really lucky being on. We got commercials now. We've been doing a lot of the things with the Tourism Association and stuff. It's time for everything to really start going in the Hocking Hills Diner.
Well, give us some hours of operation when we can come and see you here at Hocking Hills Diner.
It's 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sunday 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Fantastic. What's your website?
We have our Facebook page, and we also do Instagram. We post plenty of pictures on there. All of our pictures are real pictures of food that we have made. It's not anything doctored up. So.
Fantastic. Well, Susie, we're going to send some people down here because they got to try Hocking Hills Diner. Thanks so much for being on the show.
I appreciate it. I'm glad every time you let me come on. Thank you.
If you're looking to rent a cabin in the Hocking Hills, then Cabins by the Caves is who you should call. They have more than 70 cabin rentals and can accommodate couples to large groups. I talked to Mia Frieda about one of the spectacular Jubok cabins they have available. Well, Mia, good to have you and Cabins by the Caves back on the show.
Yeah, always good to have you guys.
You know, one of the things that I love is the amount of cabins you guys have. You're like the first call to get a cabin down there. How many now do you have in the portfolio?
Yeah, so we have about 67 cabins in our portfolio, and they sleep from 2 to 15 people. This one here that we're at right now, that sleeps as 11.
You know, and this is a Jubok cabin, right?
Yeah, this is a custom-built Jubok log home. It's about a 15-minute drive from Old Man's Cave, and it's located on 20 acres. It sleeps 11 and has a king-size bed with a master bedroom that has a jetted soaking tub, as well as a hot tub and a video game and pool table in the basement.
Yeah, I can't help but notice this beautiful pool beside us. I haven't seen a cabin that had a full-size pool.
Yeah, so this is actually the only cabin on our portfolio that has a pool, and this pool happens to be heated.
Well, you know, that's the thing. I mean, if you're looking to come down here and you're coming down in a big group, you guys have some. You can accommodate from a couple to how many?
Yeah, up until 15. So we can accommodate groups of all sizes.
Yeah. How about weddings? You guys are pretty good at that too, right?
Yeah, so we also do weddings. We have 2 venues that we do weddings at, is the Old Homestead as well as the Hillcrest. Our weddings can go up to 50 maximum.
Yeah. Give us some contact information where we can rent a cabin and find out what you have available.
Okay, so our website is cabinsbythecaves.com, and our phone number is 877-322-2283. We're booking up right now for the summer. There's still some availability here at Grizzly Ridge if that's something you want to come take your family to a pool.
Yeah, just call and tell you the number, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Mia, good seeing you again. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, always good.
Well, if you're looking for some fun adventure in the Hocking Hills, how about a canoe trip? This one goes about 7 miles, and that's not the only thing Hocking Hills Adventures has to offer. We talked to James. He told us more. Well, James, good to have you and Hocking Hills Adventures back on the show.
Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate you coming out.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the canoe trip that's going to happen today.
Okay, so today's trip is actually our second trip that we have available, and it exhibits our natural rock bridge. Our rock bridge is actually the largest in the state. It's spanning over 100 feet long, covering an open distance of 50 feet, and it's made out of sandstone. It's one of the strongest and largest bridges in the entire country, but it's definitely the biggest in the state. And it's right across from our put-in space.
Yeah. How long does this tour take?
This tour typically takes about 2.5, sometimes 3 hours. You know, it depends on if you want a good workout or not. But with the nice smooth current in the river here, it's very relaxing. Folks can come out with their pets and kids and have a nice time.
Yeah. Now, in a canoe, how many people do you put?
So in a canoe, the maximum number we'll put is 2 adults and 2 children. That said, folks can fit very comfortably. We've even had someone mix it up, and we'll have 3 adults at a time, and folks will bring their pets.
These are more kayaks than they are canoes, right? So that's another option?
Yes, it is. We have single kayaks, open hold, and closed hold kayaks, as well as tandem kayaks, which can allow multiple passengers.
Now, how many miles are you actually covering on the river?
So our trip is 7 miles. From right here. Wow. It's a nice distance. It's not too strenuous, but it's perfect for those that want to take some time off.
Aside from the canoes, and this is a great trip, but Hocking Hills Adventures has some other things, right?
Absolutely. Hocking Hills Adventures, in addition to our trips, we have a full campground and fun center. We have electric sites, we have RV spaces, we have a go-kart track. And it is right now, matter of fact, we have a whole bunch of fresh go-karts, brand new, ready to go, high horsepower. We even have a splash pad for children and a jump pad that children can enjoy.
Well, give us some contact information where we can learn more about Hocking Hills Adventures.
Absolutely. You can find us on social media at Facebook. You can find us at hockinghillscanoeing.com, and you'll even see our phone number up on your page.
Yeah, fantastic. James, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you coming out.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news, upcoming shows, and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. ONAColumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to ONAColumbus.com and click on ONA Events. Campbell Cove Campgrounds is called the Hocking Hills Best Kept Secret for family camping. Campbell Cove opened in 1975. They are a family-oriented campground with 60 campsites nestled in tall pines next to beautiful Lake Logan. The campsites are large, wooded, and perfect for whatever type of camping you choose. The campground offers a quiet, peaceful family atmosphere. They offer seasonal sites along with weekend, RV camper, and tent sites. The options are plentiful at Campbell Cove Campground, starting with beautiful lakeside tent camping in the Hocking Hills. All of their tent camping sites are shaded throughout the day with great views of the sun setting over the lake. Powered sites are available. For RV camping, spacious sites for your RVs and pull-behinds. Most sites are easily accessible pull-throughs, and big rigs have plenty of room. Finally, you can leave the tent at home and stay in one of their camping cabins, ideal for 2 to 4 guests. Shaded sites include a fire pit and picnic table. Having great amenities at a campground is paramount, and Campbell Cove has fun for the whole family. You'll feel right at home in their new clean and private bathhouses. Enjoy the swimming hole and beach, a great place to cool off on those hot summer days. The kids will wear themselves out on the playground and jump pad. Kayak Lake Logan and explore the area's natural beauty. Kayaks are available to rent at the office. Adults and kids alike can enjoy the arcade with video games, air hockey, and ping pong. Stop by the camp store and find the perfect souvenir. A big advantage to Campbell Cove Campground is its location. You can hike, boat, fish, swim, explore, or just relax. Whatever you choose, you are within a short distance to all the recreational activities the area has to offer. Find great food and drink in the area from several restaurants and wineries. There is something for everybody. Campbell Cove Campground is located at 30713 Lake Logan Road, or call them at 740-205-2024. For additional information, visit them online at campbellcovecampgrounds.com. Well, back in February, we came out to the Spotted Horse Ranch here in the Hocking Hills, and we found what a great experience this can be, so we thought we'd come back in the summer and check it out to see what it's like to be here in the summertime. It is absolutely fantastic, and boy, with the pandemic going away, what a great time to spend a day here at the Spotted Horse Ranch. We talked to Ashley and learned more. Well, Ashley, good to be back at the Spotted Horse Ranch.
I'm glad you guys finally made it back.
Yeah, you know, when I think about this place, you know, we were here the last time. Of course, we had a little bit of snow on the ground, things like that. And I said, we're going to come back. We got to come back in the summertime. And so we're back. And what a great time to come back, I guess. Now we're kind of post-pandemic. The masks are going away. So how's that impacting business?
Well, we are here. We're open. And as far as I know, we are booking up on the weekends. We're back in full business here.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about what Spotted Horse Ranch does.
The Spotted Horse Ranch gives people the opportunity to come out and experience the Hocking Hills from horseback. And you can, you know, at any age, any level of experience, we can get you on a horse and you can do it.
Yeah. And you said, last time I was here, I remember you talked about the horses, that you said, one of the things that's neat about this is the horses are pretty gentle and they know their way.
Yes, they do. They definitely know the trail. They know the way. They do it every single day.
Do you have like a someone who leads you through the ride? Is that how it works?
We do.
So kind of walk me through that.
We have guides. We call them wranglers. For a smaller group, we just have one wrangler go out and show you the way.
You know, I couldn't help but notice there's other animals out here.
Oh, yeah.
What's the story behind that?
So the Spotted Horse Ranch isn't just home to Appaloosa horses. We also have several different kinds of cattle. We have some different types of exotic deer.
Well, give us some contact information where we can find it and book a ride and get all that stuff taken care of.
You can give us a call at 740-332-RIDE, and you can get on our website, thespottedhorseranch.com.
Well, the temperatures are certainly warming up, and a trip to the Hocking Hills is in order. And boy, if you're looking for a day of family fun, you got to check out Treehouse Treats and Treasures. They have a petting zoo, adventure golf like I have behind me, and I'll tell you, the ice cream is legendary. Valerie Fox told us more. Well, Valerie, good to be back at Treehouse Treats and Treasures.
It's nice to have you back, Mike.
You know, last time we were here, it was a little chilly, so we didn't get to come out and check out the other attractions that you have here. And we're standing out here where you can actually have a little petting zoo. Tell us a little about that.
Yep, we have pygmy goats and fallow deer that you can come in and feed, and then also bring some of the baby goats out, the ones that are a little friendlier.
Yeah. Now, these are pygmy goats, so they don't get very big. Is that right?
Nope, that's right. The ones that... Yeah, this is about the average size that you'll see them. The females are generally a little bit smaller than the males, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And I see you got the feed out here, so you can actually get 25 cents worth of feed, give to the kids, and have fun.
Exactly, yep. And we also have cups of corn that you can get if you don't want to do it 25 cents at a time.
Well, the other thing that you have, and I've been on the course, is adventure golf.
Yep, the adventure golf is open. The guys and girls out on the course have been planting flowers and mulching. It's starting to look really good out there, so...
It is the season, isn't it?
It is. It's finally warm.
And we kind of touched on this last time we were here. What's inside?
Yeah, we have ice cream, there's books, games, gifts, souvenirs. We have a bunch of Hocking Hills stuff. But really the big draw is the ice cream. We have so many great flavors, banana splits, milkshakes, all that kind of good stuff.
I've heard that rumor around town that go and get the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's delicious. Our website is treehousetnt.com. That's to the ice cream shop, and it links to all the other businesses. We're also on Facebook, and that's where we keep all our events and that kind of stuff on there.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page, onacolumbus.com. We'll give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to onacolumbus.com and click on ONA Events. Homegrown on Maine is the place to come and explore art from Hocking Hills. All done by local artists in the area. James told us about some of the new artists you can see. Well, James, it is a pleasure to see you again. I love coming here to Homegrown on Maine because you have so many beautiful things, and it's always something new every time I come. Tell us about some of the new artists you brought in.
Well, we have over 70 artists here now at Homegrown on Maine. They make all of their stuff here in Hocking County, and it's just a great experience to come in here and see it. So please do come down.
Well, you know, what I love about Hocking Hills is you can go out and do all the outdoor recreation activities, but then if you want to come into Logan, do some shopping, this is the perfect place to do it. Now, I understand you have 3 new artists. Let's talk about some of the things that they created that you'll find when you come here.
Okay, well, if you need a magic wand, this is the place to get it.
I do.
Actually, I was thinking that myself. But we also have Viking boxes, and we also have some really beautiful art that's come in as well.
I noticed each wand is a different wood from a different tree in the Hocking Hills area. So there's like a history behind some of this stuff, correct?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all of these pieces here are very, very unique, and that's just a great example of it.
Yeah, I love that every artist is from this area, so there's always something different and unique to the area. It's a great time to bring something home from your trip to the Hocking Hills. So how can we find out more about Homegrown on Maine so we can come here and shop when we're visiting?
Go check out Facebook and type in Homegrown on Maine. You're going to see lots of stuff there. All of the new artists that are coming through, there's examples, and lots of pictures.
I just love coming and visiting you because you always know everything that's going on down here. I just love it. Thank you so much, James. Pleasure again to see you.
Yeah, pleasure to see you too.
Well, if you're looking for luxury accommodations in the Hocking Hills, check this out behind me. This is the Hocking Manor, and boy, what a beautiful place. It even features an indoor swimming pool, but that's not the end of the story. They have a beautiful event center that's being built right now, and it's timber frame. It's absolutely beautiful. We're going to show you all that in this segment. Penny told us more. So for folks that missed it on the last show, tell us a little bit about Hocking Manor.
So Hocking Manor is a luxury vacation rental in the heart of Hocking Hills. We're 15 minutes from all the attractions like Old Man's Cave and Ash Cave. We sleep 26 in beds, although our capacity is much more. So you can have blow-up beds as well. We have a gaming area on the lower level. We have a carnival room on the upper level, and it's good for retreats and intimate weddings.
Well, last time I was here, we hadn't talked much about an event center or weddings being held here, so I guess that's new. So tell us a little bit about that.
A lot of inquiries were asking if we would host a wedding. We started to offer wedding packages. So we have wedding packages to 50 people. Then we have a wedding package from 50 to 250, and then up to 300. We would host the event and provide you with the table and chairs.
Now, what are you building on the property as well?
That's going to be our huge wedding venue, over a 12,000 square foot luxury home with a lake. So that's up and coming, and we're in the process of getting that together. We're going to put it up on our website so you can watch it come to life.
Fantastic. Now, what's the target date for getting that done?
We're hoping sometime in 2023.
Whether it's a wedding or a corporate event or an outing or whatever, or just a big family reunion, this is absolutely beautiful. Give us some contact information, Penny, where we can learn more and make some reservations.
We are on Airbnb, and then our website is hockingmanor.com. And you can also call the manor, and you would speak to me, Penny, which is 740-385-1892.
Well, look at all the great items that you can find here at the Logan Antique Mall. You talk about shop till you drop. This is the place to do it. And if you're coming to the Hocking Hills, you've got to stop by here. This has over 100 vendors and just an amazing array of everything new to old. We talked to Eleanor, and she told us more. Well, Eleanor, so good to be back at the Logan Antique Mall.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is one of those places you never forget. The trips I've made down here and stopped here, just the things that remind me of my childhood I find, and just nostalgia is just unbelievable here.
Yes, it is. And we get lots of business here, and we're approaching our busy season now.
Yeah. So how many vendors are under this roof?
103.
And what are they typically carrying? Is it any new stuff, or is it all antiques, or how does that work?
It's a mixture. We have like some new stuff, and then we have a lot of collectible items and antiques.
What do you typically see as the most common thing in here?
Well, we have records and jewelry, coins, just about anything.
I can't help but notice you're holding one of those records, and it looks like some folks from my younger days.
It is. It's a picture disc of the Beatles, and you don't come across that very often.
What are people's reaction when they come in here?
A lot of them are amazed by how much we have and how clean the store is and how well everything's laid out. Our vendors, they work really hard at getting good merchandise and displaying it very well.
So what would you say in terms of how much time to plan when you come down here to look around?
Probably give yourself about a good hour and a half.
Yeah. And you're probably going to walk away with something, right?
Yes. Yes, without a doubt. We are at loganantiquemall.net, and we're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 6.
No reason not to stop down here and enjoy this, because they really have a selection. Thanks, Eleanor, for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content.
Located in Nelsonville, Carol and Chris Leroy welcome you to Maine Maker Studio. Their passion for quilting and crafts inspired them to purchase the business from Susan and Fred Holmes and leverage their success to promote, supply, and grow this dedicated quilting community in the Ohio region. The new store, Maine Maker Studio, is named after their granddaughters, Addie Mae and Sophia Lynn Spicer. Carol and Chris met back in 1984 while attending Hocking Technical College. They believe seeking ways to serve others with generosity, patience, and love is truly a wonderful and common trait amongst quilters and sewers. An avid quilter for over 30 years, Carol is proud that she learned the finer art and technique of quilting from her grandmother Frida. When it comes to quilting supplies, you will find a huge inventory of fabric, batting, quilt kits, thread, notions, patterns, books, and sewing machines. That's why they say the quilting adventure starts here. The quilting supplies they stock are just part of the story. They love to teach quilting and have classes. For the beginner, every Wednesday and Thursday is quilt therapy or open quilt. Bring your projects in and have space to work on them and visit with friends. The first Friday of the month, they have an incredible machine embroidery class. And then once a month, you can join the Breakfast Club, where you can come in and work on the block of the month and have breakfast. If you have questions, want to see and purchase quilts, supplies, and more handmade surprises, or just want to swap ideas and stories with Carol, please stop down to the store and say hello. They are located at 52 West Washington Street in Nelsonville, or call 740-753-3343. And if you can't make it into the store, check out their great selection of supplies and products in their online store at MaineMakerStudio.com. Well, if you're traveling 33 headed towards the Hocking Hills, Appalachian Arts and Craft is a must stop and see. With over 60 vendors, there's all kinds of things to see. We talked to Sandy Ogle. She told us more about what you're going to find and what they're expecting for the summer season here in the Hocking Hills. Well, Sandy, it's good to be back at the Appalachian Arts and Crafts.
It's always good to see you.
You know, I always think about the expression for this place. Tell our audience what that is.
If we don't have it, you don't need it.
That's for sure. And you have a great selection of things here. Let's start off and talk about some of the things that people are going to find here, because we're going to get a lot of visitors down here over the summer, right?
That's exactly right. The first thing I want to talk about is upstairs. We have a booth. We're starting to do some red, white, and blue. It's beautiful up there. Upstairs, we also have rugs. We have a lot of park design up there, which was their first designs that they came out with, the Stir Bridge. And we have a lot of Billy Jacobs pictures. Now, I will share with you, we have one new picture, and it's called Billy Going Home. And it's the first picture that he did of the road home, and his daughter has taken that picture and has had a picture of Billy walking toward the heavens.
I know you had some of the signed Billy Jacobs. Do you still have some of those, or are there any available, or is that pretty much gone?
Those are gone.
That's a shame, because that was kind of neat.
It was neat, yes.
So the park design stuff, I couldn't help but notice you got a couple, 3 rows of that stuff.
Oh, we have more than that. We have park design for anything you need. We have a bath section, a bathroom section where there's shower curtains. We have the accessories to go with that, like rugs. We have napkins, placemats, runners like you see on this table here. We have...
it's a beautiful table, by the way.
It is beautiful, isn't it? It wasn't my handiwork.
Well, it looks good anyways,
We have drapes, the panels. We have balances. We also have about anything that you would want in the park design.
So what about Billy Jacobs stuff?
We have a large selection of Billy Jacobs portraits right now. The last new one that came out is one that his original one was Going Home. This one is called Billy's Final Road Home, and it's a picture of him walking toward the heavens, and that was done by his daughter, Sarah.
If you're not familiar with Billy Jacobs, what happened to him?
He had COVID. He passed away in May.
And he'd actually been here, right? And actually was...
Yes, he had been here several times for signings. He's a very nice man.
One of the things that I saw a couple weeks ago was a Jim Shore piece, and it made me think of this place, because I know you have quite a collection of Jim Shore.
The largest selection probably on this side of southeastern Ohio.
And a lot of his stuff is collectible, right?
That is correct. There's new items that comes out every year, and they are collectibles.
What about wind chimes? I heard that last time you were on, we talked about wind chimes, and somebody called and said, I want some wind chimes.
That's exactly right. Someone came in that very day and bought a set of wind chimes. They are beautiful. Yeah, they're made right here in the United States also.
So how many vendors roughly do you have in here?
We still have the same amount. People don't leave unless there's health reasons or they move away, but we have between 60 and 70.
You can plan on spending quite a lot of time here, right?
That is absolutely right. And we're well set up for spring, for summer. Even the pictures of Billy Jacobs, we have spring ones, we have summer ones, and we even have some fall ones.
You know, this is an hour from Columbus, an easy ride down here. You know, we cover about 22 counties on the show, and like I said, all those areas are close enough that they're within about an hour here.
That is correct.
So, you know, I think you're going to get a flood of people here.
And we are open 7 days a week. You always ask me where they can find us. Yep. Well, I Googled it today, and you can Google Appalachian Art and Craft Market, or you can get on Facebook.
And some great shopping here, right?
Absolutely.
And one more time, what's the deal?
If we don't have it, you don't need it.
All right. Sandy, good seeing you again. Thanks for being on the show.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.